Hey everyone, the Division 2 comes with a brand new revamped system for the season. Similar to Gear 2.0 back in the days of Warlords of New York comes Seasons 2.0. Long gone are the days of the traditional manhunt system where we had to wait months to find a target. These have been replaced with Scouts, a system that aims to keep you engaged with weekly Scouts. The hints and clues that lead to objectives to complete, which will then unlock climax missions that, if accomplished, grant some amazing rewards. One being this awesome exotic chess piece called Provocator, only unlocked through these methods. So you're gonna want to play Scouts. And with all this new information, I felt this guide was necessary for all the new and returning players. I hope this helps you out. Now strap in and let's get into it. Okay, first we'll start off with the seasonal journey. And this introduces a structured progression system with 7 sequential missions, each containing 8 objectives. It's designed to guide players through the early stages of each season, offering a mix of challenges and goals that introduce key mechanics available from level 1. Even new players can jump right into the current season's content. The entire seasonal journey unlocks at the start of the season. As you complete each mission and objective, you'll earn various rewards including XP, season pass XP, progression boosting items, resources, and active modifiers. And completing the entire journey will grant you a unique cosmetic item. And as you can see, before there were a lot of these objectives and activities to perform in separate areas. Some of them were known as bounties, others were open world activities, and some of them were tasks to complete that granted you a certain amount of materials. All of this has been put in one place, easy to access, and allows for a more fluid system, which is better overall because a lot of this stuff many players didn't really do. So with a targeted approach all in one system that will ultimately lead through a path that grants awesome rewards is a good idea, which is why I said it's going in the right direction. When I was playing yesterday, I streamed for the first time in months and I had a blast. First of all, I was able to give away these codes for the Laughing Gas event where you get the clown suit, so I gave 3 codes away to 3 lucky viewers in my stream. And here's the thing with the Scouts, and this is more of a reason why I had to make this guide, because it was kind of confusing. At first, I thought the game was bugged when I got online. Thanks to my stream viewers, they really helped me out to figure out these riddles. First, I went down to talk to Keener, where he's locked up. This effectively starts the mission, and then you have to navigate to the Manhunt screen, where those targets used to be. Instead, you'll see Theo Parnell giving you hints for what you need to do to complete the scout missions. Lucky for you, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do this one. So as you can see, there are 14 weeks and this is week 1. And in this week, you have 3 activities that you must complete. The first activity, he gives you a hint saying, I miss taxis. I wonder if we'll ever get them running again. So there are different areas on the map. One of them, Taxi Graveyard, to the west of the map. And all you have to do is complete the Taxi Graveyard control point in that area. After completing this, it unlocked the second scout clue, wherein Theo Parnell talks about how sharing is caring, basically hinting that you should donate. I made the mistake by donating a lot of materials to one of the projects, but that did nothing. What you have to do is donate to any control point. So I just went back to the Taxi Graveyard and donated to the NPC on the top of the roof. Easy enough. So this gave me the second completion. The third activity, he gave us a hint where it says lead by example. We have a lot of people to save or not. I thought that I had to go and create a lobby and countdown or create a lobby somewhere else, which meant to me that I'm leading the group, but that wasn't it. All you have to do here is complete 3 activities, random activities in the open world. So like propaganda broadcast, the convoys, whichever one you want to do. Once you do this, all 3 activities are complete and you finish week 1 of the Scouts. And I thought this was pretty cool. It gave structure to all the random activities in this game, which is actually good. And I was talking about something in my stream where in Division 1 survival mode, they had like water, pills, and canned food, which really meant not much in the main game. But in survival mode, if you didn't have a bottle of water, if you didn't have pills, it would be hard for you to survive. So I like the fact that this mode gives structure and a purpose for certain items and things that you have in the game. Now, Scouts are different from journeys, but it's kind of in the same realm or the same vein, if that makes sense. These are simple enough. You can track these missions and do a lot of them simultaneously. Like here, I had to eliminate hostiles with a primary weapon, 150. In the midst of that, I was doing Grand Washington Hotel and looting pieces of gear along the way while using my pulse skill. And journeys are also what allows you to level up on the season's reward track. Before, all you had to do was get XP, do convoys, do propaganda broadcasts, complete missions, just get XP, and this would level your season's rewards track, which would allow you to unlock other weapons and gear. But instead, there's an entire new system and journeys are the way. Journeys are always going to be here even after the rewards track for this patch, but this is the specific method you must use to level up for Seasons 2.0. After completing this journey, I got to level 17. And there are many of them that you can do. So this is the farming method that you have to implement in order to get everything you need on a rewards track. But beware, I just found out that the rewards track is bugged, specifically when you purchase premium credits. Now I know if you do purchase these premium credits, there are chances that you can get them back through completing seasonal activities. But people who have been purchasing the premium credits and season pass haven't been receiving the rewards. So I'm sure there's going to be a patch coming to remedy this. And I usually purchase the season pass and premium credits, but this time around I'm waiting, and for good reason. For the global modifiers, there are a lot of them in different categories, and I was streaming, looking at them, unlocking a few of them, but I didn't feel like really going in depth into what they do and what they are, because as I said, I'm not really into the modifiers as much. It's cool to have different ways to play. Maybe it will be nice. Maybe a few of them will cater to my playstyle. I don't know. But I'll just name out what they do and the different types and categories they have. I mentioned active modifiers. Well, let's talk about that, because now we have seasonal modifiers, and these are central to each season's unique gameplay, spicing up the usual rules and mechanics of the game. With this, you'll ultimately experience something new with every season, because there are 4 distinct types of modifiers. There are no longer leagues, and when the leagues came, they accompanied certain modifiers like Golden Bullet, a fan favorite, and others. But with this system, you'll be able to customize your experience down to a T. Here are the different types. Global modifiers set the overall theme of the season and are active at all times while the system is enabled, affecting the core gameplay loop. So this season is themed as a range, and the global modifier is called Point Blank, brand new. It grants a bonus damage based on the distance from enemies. And this is really good because there's a new gear set called Virtuoso, which basically increases your weapon damage when you kill an enemy beyond 25 meters and things like that. Honestly, for me, modifiers aren't really something that I particularly enjoy. I just like to play the game as is, because when you turn the modifiers on, you have to play a certain way, and I'd rather just create my own way to play with certain builds. To each its own. I might not enjoy this as much, but the other person may. Here's another one. Active modifiers, and they function like ultimate abilities, giving your character a short burst of power. Players can choose from a selection of active modifiers, but only one can be equipped at a time. This season, they manipulate the range zones set by the global modifiers, and all of these modifiers affect one another, which is pretty sweet. So you can customize it to affect the outcome you desire. Next, we have passive modifiers, and they also work in conjunction with the global modifiers, adding extra bonuses. Passive modifiers are on you at all times, and players can equip up to 3 modifiers simultaneously. In the first season, these modifiers provide additional benefits based on the range zones from the global modifiers. And finally, we have hostile modifiers. These represent how the enemy adapt to your new abilities. As players progress through the season, enemies will gradually gain new abilities linked to specific enemy types, forcing you to use the global, passive, and active modifiers strategically to counter them. Like I said, this is a lot. For me, I'm not really necessarily going to do this. I mean, I didn't really play the leagues as much, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. These have no effect on unlocking climax missions in the scouts, which will then lead to those goodies that you can get. These are just extracurricular activities that mix up the gameplay loop, and this can be disabled at any time. It's mutually exclusive with global events, allowing players to control how they engage with the seasonal challenges. Now here's where we get to what I'm interested in: priority objectives. This system offers a variety of short-term objectives, enhancing the way players can farm for items and resources in the game. The priority objective system becomes available upon reaching level 30. Players can choose from 3 objectives, selecting one based on one limited information such as duration, reward category, and mission type. Once a selection is made, it's locked in, and the full details of the objective and its rewards will be revealed. And if none of the objectives appeal to the player, the system allows for rerolls and has an abandoned objective feature. Now, this doesn't have any penalties, but they are on a reroll point system, and you can earn these points by completing priority objectives with a maximum of 3 rerolls stored at any time. And there's no limit to the number of priority objectives a player can complete. These rewards include XP, season pass XP, items, resources, and passive modifier unlocks. I'm actually interested to see how this plays out, because this is completely different from what we had before. Now, this right here is what effectively replaced the Manhunt system. That system was so long and drawn out. We had to wait months to find the next Manhunt target, and it was just such an underwhelming experience. I'm glad they scrapped that idea and went with this whole entire Scout Manhunt system. By the end of the season, completing all Scouts unlocks the new Manhunt Climax missions, and finishing that unlocks the Master Climax mission. So make sure you stay on track each week, because these difficulties are what will give you the best rewards. That exotic chess piece I was talking about called the Provocator is one of these that will be available at the end of the season, and you're required to play this if you want that chess piece. It's amazing. What it does is that when you're within 15 meters of an enemy, you gain 35% damage resistance. I can think of a ton of builds right now that I can make with this setup. So I'm really looking forward to unlocking this chess piece, and also looking forward to how this system flows with the community and how it's received. Hopefully it's received well. To me, it seems like things are going in the right direction. This seems like more than just busy work. It actually feels engaging, and hopefully it'll keep us going until whatever else they have in store comes out. Anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. What are you most excited about diving into in the new Seasons 2.0? I appreciate you listening and watching to the end, and I also appreciate those who like and subscribe my videos. You guys are legends. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.